Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Mars and Barnsy. I've got an interesting little video for you today. It's Sol 198 and it was taken by the Curiosity Rover in 2013 and it was taken with the right mass cam, and to be honest with you, that's all the information that was carried on the photo journal. This is the source here, Jpl-Lab photo journal, and as you can see, Sol 198 raw images. Now this is literally here all the information I can find on it. So if you wanted to look up more information from somewhere, I'm sure you could find something on it. I'm not sure, but is the source anyway of the image if you need to go to it. Okay. Now, what interested me when I first saw this image is there's quite a little bit in it. The only thing I'm not too sure about, guys, is the distance. That's the only thing that's sort of putting a little bit of a break on what I'm trying to explain to, because I don't know whether this is very close or is many hundreds of yards away. I don't know, because there's no gauge. You know, I don't know whether these are big structures that I'm going to point out to you, or I don't know whether they're very small, and it's clouding my judgment a little tiny bit because I've got no reference, but I'm going to presume that it's at least a few hundred yards away, so we're looking at normal size objects, although you know, they could be a lot closer but just very small. I don't know. Okay, that's the only caveat I'm going to say about this particular image. Anyway, the thing that struck me when I first saw this image was this here, because it looks to me like a buried vehicle. It really does. You know, I could be mistaken. It could be maybe a structure of some sort, but it certainly looks artificial at the very, very minimum. But it looks like a car, and what makes me think it might be a vehicle of some sort is if you look at it carefully, the image carefully, you can see that there's a line that comes along here. See that? And there's another line that comes along here. Yeah. Now, was this a road at one time? I know Sol 198 has got more images, so you know, left and right, and the end looks very hilly and very treacherous, and the same with the other side, but I'm not sure of the perspective of it, you see. It's just that I can see in this particular image distance between two lines. Yeah, so there to there to there. I'll go through what I think is the car to there. Can you see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, I could be completely wrong, I don't know. It's just, so that's what I'm seeing there, and what I think might be a buried car is there. There's other stuff as well, by the way, but I'll come to that in a minute. So if we just come on to that, what I'll do is I'll show you what I think might be a better car, but all I've done with this is magnified it. I haven't done any enhancements to it whatsoever. Okay, so this is how you would get it from the photo journal. All I've done is magnified it a little tiny bit. Okay, so I hope you can see that. Yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you an enhanced version of it now. Again, I haven't done much to it. I've just altered the auto levels. That's it, and then put it in Windows Magnifier. So if I just get my pencil too. So it actually comes along here. See how that looks like the back window. That looks like a central pillar, and then it comes down here. There's a gap. There's another gap, and if you've got good eyesight, you can see that that looks rather square there. That's like a square feature. Okay, and then there's the sand line there. Yeah, and then the roof seems to have been smashed in by this, which on initial observation looks like boulders, but I don't know whether it is or not, but I'll get back to that in a minute. Okay, so just close that. And we go to this image. Yeah, I put the burn tool on this and enhanced it a little tiny bit, just to try and bring out the details. But can you see that there? I mean, to me it looks like possibly a buried vehicle on first glance. It's certainly got the shape with the windows and the central pillar, and it even slopes back. You can see that the way it slopes back there. See that? And this here, I don't know whether that's rock that smashed the roof in on it. I really don't, because I've got a feeling that a lot of what we can see here, this is dark by the way because I've used the burn tool on it, but I've got a hell of a feeling that a lot of this is not rock. See all this here? I don't think it's rock. I get the impression, right, this is the impression that I get, is that all this is maybe metal, yeah, and that it's all come crashing down. It's all come crashing down. I mean, I could be mistaken, but look at this. Look at this here. Does that look like rock to you? Seriously, does that look like rock? Because it doesn't look like rock to me. It looks as if it's some kind of metal or, you know, artificial structure. You can see where it comes up there and then down, and underneath there's shadow, and it even looks as if there's tubes or metal here underneath. Look at the straight edge there. Just let me get the pencil too. See, that comes up there, and then it's jaggedy here. And it comes down now. Look how straight that is. Perfectly straight, and then it comes down here. Yeah, and then it's a jaggedy here, and then there seems to be some kind of opening there. But that does not look like rock. does it? And all this, it looks like a debris field to me. All this looks like metal, doesn't it? As if, you know, as if something stood there at one time and come crashing down. Yeah. And this might have been the roof that come crashing down and it's crushed the car. That's the impression that I get when I look at this. Look at all this. That looks like metal, doesn't it? When you look at that. See? And look at these artificial structures here. See these? The circular wishbone type shape. And it's got like nodules going along it. This looks like the subframe of a vehicle. I don't know whether it is or not. You can see, you know, they don't look natural, do they? At all. Just let me see if I've got see if I've got something enhanced on that. It's not enhanced, but that's just the original. But you can see that they don't look natural. Yeah. Yeah, I've sharpened these up a little tiny bit. You might be able to see them a bit better. But can you see that? The way it sweeps round? It looks like an artificial construct to me, it really does. Here and here. Let's get the pencil tool on it. See, it's got like a round circular. It's got a bigger circle feature there. And then it comes round here. And then it's got, can you see that? Round circular. I don't know whether that's part of it, I think it might be. Yeah. And this here looks like metal, see? The way it sticks up. As if it's fallen down this way. All this is all eroded metal from the looks of it. Yeah? And I'm just wondering whether it was some kind of covering. See all the gaps in it? All the tears in the metal. See? There's another gap there. Perfectly straight line. It's like a face there, by the way, but that's getting a big cross because I think sometimes they deliberately put faces in to put people off the scent, and they always seem to put the faces in where there's artificial constructs and features and formations, and it puts you off. So you start looking at the faces and you stop looking at the true anomalies in the picture. So you've always got to be careful of that, folks. Yeah, so that's those artificial looking structures there. So we'll close that. Now the second or third, whatever it is, item I want you to show you with these here, because I think these are very, very unusual. What they are, I'm not too sure. See these in the orange colour, they do look like rocks, which is exactly what they want you to think. They want people to think that we're looking at nothing but sand and rocks. Okay, so that's unenhanced. That's the original image that they're giving us from, you see that, from a $2.5 billion spacecraft, the Curiosity Rover. That, my friends, is the best image that they're saying that they can send to Earth from Mars on a $2.5 billion mission. I don't think so. I'm sorry, I know I sound very skeptical and cynical about it, but surely that's not the best that they can send us. I mean, if you have a look at that, you see that? That's how bad that image is. If you just have a look at it in single colours, look. And I'm not joking when I say they take 80% of the information out of the image. And you can see it when you just go to the individual colours, and you can actually see how bad the images are. Okay, but you can retrieve it. You can retrieve a lot of it, and yeah, I'll show you. Just while we're on it, I'll just show you exactly what I mean. So I'll just go on to that. Okay, so this is the original image here. Start Adobe, open it up. We don't want to register, so come over here. So you get it up to 100%. Never ever magnify it more than that, because you'll just become hopelessly pixelated because of the quality of the image. Okay, so you know that's the original, what they send us. Okay, that's how bad it is. There you go, guys. So just go on to that. So the only way to improve it is by going to levels. Okay, and you want these here to be level with each other. So all you got to do is auto it, and as you can see straight away, we get a better quality of image. It's not rocket science, guys. And we go to filter, go to the blur, the Gaussian blur, and that takes away a lot of the blocks and noise that we see in the image. Yeah, and then go to the sharp and unsharp mask, and that brightens it up a little tiny bit. And then you can just go to the brightness and contrast and do that, up or down, whatever, you know, depending on what part of the image you're looking at. And there we go, guys. How much improved is that? And when you do this, you do start to see that not everything is rocks. In the orangey colour they look like rocks, it looks like sand, it looks like dust, but it's completely and utterly false. And what they try and do is say that, oh, you're enhancing the image, you're falsifying it, because you're using the contrast and the brightness, and you're changing the levels. That's false. What do you think's more false? That original orangey colour that they show us, or this? This is far superior. All you're basically doing is retrieving some of the lost data that they've deliberately left out of the original image with that orangey reddish colour, because you can't see anything in it because it's all one colour. Your eye needs contrast and brightness. It needs different colours to see details, three-dimensional details, and that's the reason why they only ever show these images in red and just a single colour. You can't see details in a single colour, it's impossible. So here's what we do, and as you can see, there's something there. It's not rocket science. Okay, so if we go back to these, which in the orangey colour looked like rocks, didn't they? Now you can see that there's a little bit more to them, because I think that there's some kind of devices, yeah, and these I'm not sure on this, right? Okay, but pure speculation. I'm wondering whether what we're looking at here are two little engines or something like that. Yeah, two little power units. And if you look here, you can see it comes to a point about here. Yeah, you see that? So you've got these two engines, and they might be in some kind of boat or vehicle. I don't know, I'm not sure. Pure speculation. That has rotted away, and what we can see here is the internal structure that's collapsed in on itself. Yeah, but you can just see the point of the prow. Can you see that? Can you see? So you've got one engine, you've got two engine, then you've got this possible boat or vehicle of some sort. Just let me so you got two engines, and then I can see, that's what I can see there. That's what I can see, guys. Could be completely wrong, I don't know, but that's what I see. Just let me close that. I think I did enhance that one a little bit. Yeah, there we go there. I'll just try and describe to you what the finer components of it, because they certainly do look like little engines to me. Okay, can you see that? And you can even see, like, this has got some kind of opening into here. You can't see anything on this side, but we're looking at the opposite side, aren't we? And it looks as if it consists of separate components here, and this one comes round. I'm trying to do my best to, but what's really interesting on this, right, is that we've got what look like pipes coming out here. Can you see that? Yeah. There's another one that goes over here. Right. There's something circular there, and I'm pretty certain a pipe comes out here, then along here, and they both seem to come to this area here, as if there's something there. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me, and that's the interior of what could be some kind of vehicle. There's something round there with a central point in it. You know, I could be completely wrong here, guys. I'm just guessing, but there's something there, isn't it? Certainly to me, it looks, you know, and you can see, look at these silver. It's like a debris field. Look at that. Like that to me looks like metal sticking up. See, looks all like bits of metal, twisted metal. Yeah. Okay, so let me close that. We open that with Adobe. It's only so I can zoom into it. I don't know whether you can see that a bit better, guys. Yeah, but I tried my best to get the pipes, because I think that's so important. There's one, and this other one comes up and over this pipe here. I'm sure there's something there. Yeah, there's all sorts in it, but they certainly look like engines, don't they, guys? There you go. But what else I noticed about this particular image as well? Just let me come out of that. Right, just let me open this up, because I'm saying it's like it's a little craft of some sort. Maybe it's a boat. maybe not. But when you look at this, right, I also noticed that it is what I see, right? Could be completely wrong, but is what I see in general. Goes to the point there, and then that's what I see as well, like a wedge shape. I haven't done a very good job on it, to be honest with you. I've tried to follow the contours, but I do see some kind of wedge shape there. So I'm just wondering whether there was a bigger craft and that's being destroyed, and all we're seeing is the outline of it, and maybe this was the engine part here leading to a central pump of some sort, and maybe this was the control area where you sat. Yeah, maybe that's where people sat, some kind of speedboat maybe, or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I do see like a triangular shape there. I'll just zoom back up a little bit, and you can maybe have a little look at it yourself and see what you think. Yeah, can you see? I do vaguely see a triangular shape there, and it does come to a point here. You see the way that could be the side, maybe the remains of the side of the vehicle. Yeah, and this here could be on that side of the vehicle. I don't know, but anyway, it's quite interesting. And I think that's it really, guys, for this particular image. There is another part which I might have to do part 2, because there's another side to it, another image that shows you, like I think it's the left side of this image, and that's got some like quite pretty interesting artifacts and what I think are artificial structures, maybe buildings, to be honest with you. Yeah, there was this thing here, but it's so difficult to see. I mean, I'll let you have a look at it, but I just it's so hard, and because I actually think, so those engines are over here, by the way, and if you come up 45 degrees you come to this area here, and I can see here what looks like possibly some kind of like a turbo fan or something like that. You see it? You've got the central point there, and then you've got these gaps here that radiate, like a radial turbo fan. That's what it looks like to me here. I know it's very blurred and very, it's very difficult to make out. And this underneath it looks like as if it's all twisted metal. Can you see that? Like the gap there, it's closed in the center here, but it's uneven, as if the top part's gone over the bottom part. So I'm just wondering whether this was some kind of structure. And you can actually see, if you look carefully, it looks like cogs and gears. You see them? These circular features here. You've got, this looks like some kind of cog or something with a central point. And if you look over here, there's another one that looks very similar to it, like a cog with a central point, and there's another one here. And you've got this funny thing sticking up, and it's thrown a shadow on the floor. Can you see that? It sticks up, goes through narrow points, bends over, and it throws a shadow on the floor. And then there's something here, looks like a tube or a pipe in the background. Then you've got this horse-shaped feature with a central point in it. But I think all this is wreckage. I really do. I think all this is machinery and wreckage. But that certainly looks like maybe a turbo fan or something like that. And this is all, eroded metal, and you can see the cogs and bits of machinery all lying in, you know, falling out of it. Maybe this is the shell here of what was some kind of machine. Yeah. Okay guys, thanks very much for watching this video, and I hope you found it interesting, and I'll try and get part 2 out to you very shortly. Thanks for watching guys, much appreciated. See you later.